Well, good morning, everybody. Back over here. I've got probably 3 hours to work today before I have to go do some stuff. And I wanted to get over here and get these trees cut up this morning. It is cold, but calling for rain on Monday. How's that hydraulic fluid? Still low. Well, it'll work today. It worked yesterday. So yeah, I'm gonna grab the chainsaw. I'm gonna start this machine up, let it warm up, because I know for sure I'm gonna get the chainsaw stuck in there eventually and have to use this to rescue it. And it is cold, so it needs to warm up. So I'm gonna go over there, work on that, probably get those logs cleaned up and over here stacked up before it gets too wet and muddy. That way we can load that out. Even after 30 minutes of warm up, this thing's still a little stiff. Let's go grab all these logs I've just cut. I need to fill up the chainsaw anyways, give me a little bit of a chance to warm up while I... So let's go grab a few of these stumps and logs, get this cleaned up while I warm up here for a minute. Go ahead and stack a few logs up, take the debris and put it in a pile. This machine is stiff. It is cold. Even after 30 minutes of warm up. All of this stuff is a mess. It's too crooked, too small to salvage anything. And evidently the window is too too cold for the camera to stick to. Take two. Let's see, this was too small too. Cut that in half, just like I was thinking. Well, I got the chainsaw stuck over here, so grab a few of these and stack them up. Make my path over here to get the chainsaw out. Those triple poplars, when they're all put together in a group of three, is kind of when it's hard to cut, because everything kind of moves around differently than just one tree. Those were logs or no, I don't think they were. They're too small. Ta-da! Chainsaw free. Clean up these logs I've cut and fill up the machine. I gotta head out of here. At least I was able to get probably a trailer load cut. See if Robert wants to come over here and finish the day out. He didn't get back till 2:15 this morning to go get the transfer or the drop box for that truck. He's already messaging me wanting to do something. 6 hours of sleep. Ready to go. Can't wash the windshield. I got a blob of grease on the bottom half. I just realized if I hit that wiper, I'm going to have quite the smear. Just have to bear with it for now. That's a big grapple full. Chainsaw doesn't fall off. Step over here. Go stack this up. Come back and get another one. So I was able to get all these logs cut up. Now I just need to stack everything up. Walk it up there to the loadout area. Got a fair amount of rain coming tomorrow, so I wanted to get this stuff up out of this little ditch bottom down here. It ain't really a ditch, it's just a low area where everything runs to. That way I wouldn't be mashing all this stuff down in the mud if it rained that much. The radio button I pushed. That is a trash log right there. I was about to say that. Why would I cut something that looked that gnarly? That's where I cut that treetop in half. That one wasn't going to quite make the log spec. Probably dig a hole somewhere over here to bury all that mess if he wants to get some dirt. He's talking about building an arena. Be a good place to get dirt from. grab all 4 of these logs at once. Take those up there and go ahead and get those out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and walk these up there and get them out of the way. I'll come back and finish cleaning this mess up. If I can grab all these. Figure out the combination here. I think I got it. Nope. I think I'm just going to get 3. I think I can get 4 of them. That big one right there is not helping. The big one on top. That one goes right there, and then I grab that little one. Will it fit? The middle one wants to roll out. Well, we're only getting 3. Oh well, I tried. So I brought the trailer. I'm going to go ahead and load out some of these logs before it rains. That way I can get them out of here. 20-foot pine. Put a small one in there. I think that'll fit. Out the way. I'm gonna grab that 1/16-footer over there. Add it in. It was 2, to me, knots on it for a saw log. But it'll finish this load off right here. It looks like we might get a little flurry or a sprinkle of very cold rain. But I'm going to call it a day because I got my stuff cleaned up like I wanted. And you can tell I got some pretty good pile of poplar logs there. Get out of here. Well, that's a wrap. I was able to get a lot of these logs cut up, a load loaded out on the trailer. Gonna call it a day here. Everything down there I've got cleaned up. There's probably 3 or 4 more trees I need to take down, But everything's up here where I can grab it, throw it into the burn pile right there. I'm gonna start another pile right there, start burning it. Sun right through those ashes, clean all that up, and keep working my way back. I need to measure it again and see how many acres I'm at. We're only doing 5, and we're getting pretty close to maybe another acre, and that should be about it. All this was open, so that's what makes it look bigger than it really is. Well, it's a dandy, muddy morning over here. 2 steps and you're an inch taller. Got some diesel fuel here. Just put this bucket full of hydraulic fluid in the machine, so that is filled up where it needs to be now. I'm gonna go over here and see if I can't get a fire started today. Should be able to rake around in these ashes and find some hot stuff. So let me set this bucket of fuel right here and go over there and rake around in those ashes. Looks like it might be blowing towards the house today. We'll just have to see what happens once I get some heat in there, if it changes direction. So I was able to go around and rake up all the brush that was around the old burn pile, sort through there and pull out some stumps. And I didn't even have to get out of the machine to get the fire back going. It started back itself. Now I'm just piling all this stuff on there. Gonna mound it up pretty good. Probably go run some errands, let it burn down, come back, throw some more on there, and that will hopefully clean up the majority of everything I took down the other day. I'm glad I came yesterday and finished cutting all these logs up, getting all this stuff sorted through, because I wouldn't have been out here chainsawing in the rain at 35 degrees this morning to cut logs. So that's why I came over here yesterday, got all that stuff kind of processed through and cleaned up. Well, it was cold, but it was dry. Look how the smoke gets trapped in the bucket, just kind of follows me back. So grab all this stuff and just really keep piling it on there. Take a little while for these logs to dry out enough to really get, especially if I drop them. Alright, let's get that a little safer. Now I'm not going to be able to reach. That did not work as planned. Let's lay this right here. grabbing stuff. So I've stacked the fire up as high as I can reach from the downhill side. So I come back up here to the uphill side where I pushed all that debris up with the dozer the other day before I left. And I'm gonna grab all this stuff, if I can get it out of this pile, and stack it up on here. Then I'm gonna go run some errands while this burns down, come back, pile the rest of everything on it, and let that burn down for the rest of today. It is nice to kind of burn this stuff as I clear it so it doesn't add up so much. When you start getting huge mountains of brush, you end up spending more time moving it around 3 times to get it to burn than if you just kind of push it around the pile and then lay it on there as, you know, you have time. A lot of this is pine, so I'm going to let that catch up now so it doesn't keep smoking so bad. And then finish stacking the rest of this on there before I head out for a few minutes. Back over here. It rained a lot since I've been gone. But it looks like the fire burnt down pretty good. It is a muddy, wet mess out here right now. But I'm gonna go over here and restack the fire, throw the rest of that stuff on there, let it burn. Goopy red mud. Good stuff. Not really. Just grab some more brush from down here and walk it up here to the fire. I'm just gonna try to stay in my ruts right here and just make one spot muddy, because I don't know what it is. It seems like if you drive over an area that's wet after a rain and make mud, the area you track stays wetter longer than the area over there. Fog's trying to get me. What I'm saying is this will still be muddy when that area right there that got the same amount of rain will be dry. Those stumps up here and transfer them up here, and if I got room, pile them on the pile there before I leave. That way they can just sit there and burn down into it. And we'll have to make the pile bigger. Start adding some brush here to the sides. If not, it's going to get so high that my stumps aren't going to stay up top. Time consuming picking through it when it's wet, because the mud likes to stick to everything. Makes it a little more difficult to clean stuff up. Which once it's dry, I'll come back through here and rake everything. But for right now, I'm just trying to get the big chunks of stuff cleaned up. Fire. The stumps need to be thrown a couple more times. Finish getting this dirt knocked off of them. Big stump right here. I'll try to find a spot in the pile to go ahead and put that in there, because those take a while. Shouldn't have too many more big stumps though. Pretty much done taking all the big trees down. Everything else is over there is just kind of average. Nothing too big. Alright, we're going to keep adding all this stuff to the pile and we'll let it burn down the rest of the week. I don't know if I'll be here anymore. This really needs to dry out some. But it was a good day to burn and get rid of this stuff. I need to get some stumps in there. These logs don't want to stay on the pile now. I'll get some stumps shoved in there and that'll kind of give it something to hold on to. Well, that's going to be a wrap for today. Let me get my bucket a little farther away from the fire there. Got all that stuff piled up, and it is burning down good. Everything that I cleared the other day is all cleaned up and in the pile, so let that burn down. That'll leave some nice dry stuff along the edges, so I can start my next fire. After it dries off enough, I'll come back over here, start taking some more stuff down, and hopefully be able to get these logs out. We'll just see what the weather does.